How many times can you count Will and Alex practicing sensory seeking and/or sensory avoidance? If you want to know more, then stick around and I'll share the whole story. Hey EllisFamLifers, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is EllisFamLife, #AutisticTwins, where we like to do three things. We want to raise awareness and acceptance for nonverbal autism, relate to you as the autistic person and/or the caregiver of an autistic loved one, and 3, educate by sharing examples and stories of our life with nonverbal autistic twins, Alex and Will. So, EllisFamLifers, thank you for joining us. I have learned a new term, and I don't know why it's never crossed my radar before, but I learned this term from you. From you, the commenters, you, the viewers, have commented to me, and I've learned a new term, and it is called sensory seeking. And I'm not really sure why it never occurred to me before, or why it just never came across my radar. It just never did. And sensory seeking is related to sensory processing disorder. And so I started to do a little bit of research, and I realized that the boys have sensory processing disorder. It's not included in their autism diagnosis, but you can tell that they have processing issues. Anytime you see Will with those headphones on, you know that he has a hearing processing disorder. Most noises are painful to him. So obviously he's got a situation where noises that would normally not bother you or me as a neurotypical person really bother him and hurt him. And so he walks around mostly wearing his earphones to help dull the noise, to dull the pain. So I don't know why it never occurred to me before. And then I was commenting back and forth and talking with another mom on the channel and then through Facebook, and I realized the boys have sensory processing disorder, and it's very related to being autistic. A lot of autistic people have sensory processing disorder. For Will, it is hearing. And then I was introduced to the term sensory seeking. So I thought, I'm going to look all of this up. So when you are existing in the world, your senses are constantly being barraged with information. Like, I can see the light in front of me and I'm processing it. I can hear the fan in the background. I can hear the heater on. I can feel the heat on my skin because it's cold outside and we've got the heat on. So all of those situations, all of that information is being processed by my brain, but I'm able to understand it and I'm able to let it all reside in the background, and I'm not really worried about it because my brain is processing it normally. So of course a lot of autistic people don't process the same way. So when Will hears a loud noise, he automatically covers his ears because it's painful to him, because a noise that we would think is okay is painful to him and he can't process it very well. On the flip side, there is sensory seeking. A lot of the information that I started to think through happened when I posted the poop smearing video. So a lot of you said, well, it's just a sensory seeking issue. And so I did the research and I thought, you're right. The warm, icky poop, they want to feel it. They want to know what it feels like. And so a lot of you had great suggestions about trying some shaving cream or other, clean and safe substances that they can sense. Anyway, so that started a whole line of thinking, and I realized over the course of looking through the footage on my phone, I probably have 1,000 videos on my phone, just that I go through every week and pick little things that I want to talk about as far as what our life looks like with these nonverbal autistic boys. And so I realized that a lot of my footage is sensory seeking and sensory avoidance examples. And so I happened upon this one stretch of footage that I got all in the space of about 15 or 20 minutes of Will was just in a mood. He was going to sense everything. He was going to make noises and feel things and hear things and see things and touch, and all 5 of the senses he is experiencing in this one stretch of film. And it was about 15 minutes long. I just took the camera and followed him around and watched him do this, all of this sensory seeking and avoiding. And at the same time, I caught a lot of Alex doing the same thing. They just both happened to be in a great mood that day, and they wanted to do some sensory experiences. So this is today's video, where you just look at this stretch of the boys in their wonderful mood doing all of their sensory seeking and avoidance behaviors. And I want you to count, because there are so many in this one stretch of footage. And there's one extra little clip that I caught maybe like 10 or 15 minutes later that I just added on to it because I had stopped filming and then went back. But I'm telling y'all, I want you to count how many times does Will sensory seek and or avoid all the different little behaviors. And I want you to count Alex and then total them. And in the comments below, I want you to tell me how many you counted. It is amazing how many are in this one little stretch of video. So here comes the video. I hope y'all enjoy all of this sensory seeking and avoidance behavior. You learned how to do it. Good job. Good job. Here, you do it. You do it. You can do it. Yay! Look at you. It's spinning. You like that spinning, don't you? You like that spinning. Will is making it spin. Okay, you do it. Spin it. Make it spin. Can you make the noise? Are you making the noise? think you have to put it on the floor, the hard floor, not the carpet. Okay, you do it. Your turn. Oh, it's hard to do it one-handed. Okay. Let's take it to Frankie and see if Frankie will help you do it. Will you spin this for him, Frankie, so I can get it on video? Go ask Frankie. Go ask Frankie. Say more, Frankie, more. You say more, Frankie, more. You say more. Oh, that's a cool one. He's trying to make a noise. Alex says, who's having all this fun in here? What if he thought one went under the couch? I wonder if he thought one went under the couch because he was checking the couch a second ago. He is in it. This is his singing voice. Alex is dancing over his letters. You love those letters, don't you, Bubba? And I think sensory seeking looks a whole lot like playing. Okay, friends, are you so amazed at how many little behaviors in one stretch of video? Almost nonstop. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you tell me in the comments below how many you counted, both for Will and for Alex, and then a total. And then I'll give it a couple of days and go back and tell how many things I counted. Also, in the comments below, what is your experience with sensory seeking and avoiding and sensory processing disorder in general, both as if you're the autistic person and or you're the caregiver of a loved one? I want to know, like, what does it look like for you? Do y'all have more avoidance behaviors? Do you have more seeking behaviors? Do you have a mix? I feel like most people observe a mix of behaviors just because the whole processing disorder is a disorder. And so input and output are both altered, so to speak. So anyway, comment below and tell me your story. Give me your count, tell me your story. If you liked this video and you learned something from it, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. I release my videos usually on Saturdays. And share this video. If you know of someone who is alone in the autism world, they just got a diagnosis, they've been kind of wandering around, they have no community, send them here, send them our channel. We need to meet them, they need to meet us. Send our channel, help us get our message out there. So comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Social media, we are on Facebook at EllisFamLife, #autistictwins, and Instagram, EllisFamLife_autistictwins. And I like to share fun moments that may not make it to a video, but other daily things that you see of Alex and Will. So anyway, that's all I've got. Thank you so much. Be sure to comment below with your number, how many times you counted, and your story. And thank you all so much for watching, commenting, sharing. And as always, I look forward to next time.